Many of you know by now that I had to unfortunately shut down my in-person retail store called Jessievee's Peculiar Place. I loved it so much. We had it for about 3.5 years. I was able to meet so many of you guys, and so it was sad kind of closing that chapter of my life. But as we were kind of getting rid of things and selling things and donating things, I saw that we still had, I guess what you can call backdrops, tapestries covered in the Peculiar Place logo that we used on our step and repeats, which are basically these like big things that you use to take selfies in front of, pictures in front of. We use these for our events and stuff like that, and they are really, really big. And we have, I think, 8 or 9 of them, maybe 9 or 10. And I thought that maybe some of you guys might want to have them. Honestly, like, they're a part of history now. Obviously my history, personally. We will never have anything like this ever again, and I think I'm personally gonna keep one for myself, but I am gonna put the remaining 8 or 9 onto our website. As you can see, I have signed them for you, and once they're gone, and it's literally a piece of history of Jessievee's Peculiar Place, and they're just such fond memories. And yeah, I hope that you guys can maybe hang them up in your bedroom, behind your bed, somewhere in your house, whatever you want to do with them. But I will put a link down below if you would like to have the very last Jessievee's Peculiar Place tapestry backdrop. I love how you can see Dozer behind me. He's so cute. If you guys didn't know, this was my childhood dog. We got him back in 2008, and he lived for 11 years of our lives. So he was like all through our high school years, beginning of college. He meant so much to us. And for those of you who like found my channel like 10 years ago, he would have been in my videos and in my vlogs, and he was amazing. We actually just put up all the dog photos like around our office, and it looks so good. It goes with like the gray and black and white vibe. I love them all so dearly. So I have a story time for you, okay? I have been teasing the past few weeks about how Ty and I used to live down the road from a cult. It was about, I don't know, 6 minutes down the road from us. And when I say cult, that's just me like making assumptions and forming my own opinions on what it seems like to me. But obviously, like, I don't really know what's going on there. That's just my opinion. But once you guys hear all of this, you might agree or think similarly. So I have to be careful not to give this place away, okay? I don't really want you guys finding it or leaving reviews or comments or anything. I kind of want to protect this place, as weird as it is, so I can't tell you the title of this encampment. To give you an idea, Ty and I would drive past this place just down from our house, and it was almost like this sort of, I guess, medium-sized plot of land, okay? It was in the middle of a field. There were some trees around it. It almost looked like a campground right off the side of the road. Like you could literally drive by and see the entire encampment. But instead of tents or houses or trailers, it was domes all over this property. There were probably, gosh, I don't know, 20, 25 domes. And you know when you see like those really beautiful camping domes and they almost look like glass and they're all like windows and it's called like glamping? These were not what those domes are, okay? These domes almost look like they were constructed out of white and blue paper mache. So there's like no windows. I think a couple of them have this really tiny triangle window on the very top, but it's basically this big dome with a door on the front that you go inside, okay? And they're everywhere. And what's so weird is that most of them are on the ground, but many of them tower above the rest of them in the middle, and they're almost like this little tower with a dome on top. And that was the entire property. Now you would assume with this many domes that we would see people on this property, because this should be able to house like what, 100 people. But whenever we drove by, we wouldn't see anybody. We would see cars parked on the property, and we would see signs that there were people there, you know, fires outside and like, I don't know, made out of wood, like little snack cabinet things. But we would never see people anywhere ever. And so I would get curious, like, what is this place? And whenever we passed, they would have like different hand-drawn signs out that would say like, help us fix this crooked church. Just strange requests from people driving by, but there were never people on this encampment. So one day I decided to Google this place. And you know how like when you own a company or a business, you could put it up on Google. Like when I had my store, Jessievee's Peculiar Place, I could put it on Google. It had an address, a phone number, a website. It had like our open hours and stuff. And so I found that this dome encampment had a Google listing, okay? I can't tell you the name of it, but it has dome in the title and it's a very strange name, okay? It has open 24 hours and it has called itself a nightclub. Now this place is not a nightclub whatsoever, okay? We've driven by this place at night. There's no music, there's no visible dancing, there's no like flashing lights or like rave looking things. It's always just like dark with domes everywhere, okay? So I think they just chose whatever to make sure they could have a listing. But it does say that it's a nightclub. And I love how there's this little thing that says like, we dance here. Now I have noticed, because we lived in our old house for about 5 or 6 years, every once in a while I would check this listing just to see if it changed or what was going on. And I noticed that like every few months it had been removed by Google and they put up a new one. So I don't know if they're breaking rules or guidelines or if this place really is a cult or something sketchy and Google wants to remove it. I don't know. The reason why I know it keeps getting removed is because the reviews that were there when I checked 6 months ago are gone. I really wanted to read some of the funny reviews, but because this listing has been recently reposted, there's no reviews that I could really show you right now. And I guess this was reposted like maybe a couple months ago, 9 months ago. So all there is right now is a guy named Nathan that posted a glass of orange juice in the Google reviews. What does that mean? Okay, this does not help me figure out what this dome place is for, okay? In fact, it makes it even that much more mysterious, because why is there orange juice and why does he have a head exploding emoji, okay? Why is he mind blown by this orange juice? I don't know. And then we have someone that says, artistic landmark started in 1976. Landscape is enhanced with easy on the eyes architecture. Always fun being had here. So thankfully, they actually have a website. Now, I can't show you screenshots of the website or like anything like that, but I will read you some of what's on there, okay? To give you a visual, this website looks like it was made in 1989. Your classic like dark green background, black text, like you can barely read what is on the screen. They have these old GIFs. It looks like it hasn't been updated since the birth of the internet. It's like the internet came out, computers came out, and the guy who owns the domes were like, okay, we gotta get on there. We gotta get our website up. And then he never changed it ever. So this is such a strange website, and I'm gonna read you what's on there. Firstly, it says, calling all space cadets. What does that mean? That's literally the title of this website. It should be mentioned that undomular behavior will be frowned upon. Squares watch out for dome dudes. We're all domies here. What does that mean? Does anybody know what that means? Because right now it's gibberish to me, okay? It's like they tried to use the word dome in many different words and ways. The next strange thing is that it says, survival training will commence upon arrival. So you're telling me if we're driving past this dome cult place and we pull onto their property, you're telling me maybe 3 dudes will come out in like survival training gear and will commence training on us immediately, like without even saying hello? Like, are they handing us like a bow and arrow? Are they putting caps on our head that says survival training? Like, what is going on? We dance here. It's a well-known fact that domes provide remarkable acoustics due to their roundness. I mean, I could see that being true. I'm trying to think like scientifically. Domes, yeah, it must have great acoustics. Just a reminder, our trout fishing contest is fast approaching. If you are interested in participating, email the captain of the domes and make the subject line dome fishing. Now, I don't know when this trout fishing commenced. This could have been from 1991 because I do not think this has been updated. But I also wonder where they're going fishing, because I'm telling you guys, this encampment is in the middle of a field on the side of the highway. Then it says, help wanted. Do you know how to sing? We need you. We will be attempting to sing Happy Birthday to the Queen on May 24 weekend. We need as many singers as we can fit inside of the dome. To that I say, which dome? Because they have 25. Are they going inside the tower dome? Because I would be worried that would fall over. I don't know how well these paper mache domes have been built. And they're singing Happy Birthday to the Queen. Once again, this could have been May of 1996. This might have already happened, and maybe it was a wonderful occasion. I almost wish they posted pictures. If you are interested in having fun, you might want to join the captain and the crew on one of our expeditions. Where? Are they going to space? Because what did it say at the beginning? Calling all space cadets. Maybe all of these domes are secret rocket ships. I almost feel like it's one of those places that they all believe in aliens. You know what I mean? We actually watched a movie that I love. It's called The Endless, and it's literally like an alien believing cult. It was quite interesting, and maybe this is what this is. So yeah, you could join the captain and the crew on one of their expeditions. You don't believe us? Come and try it. So now they're saying like, I know you think this is crazy. Come over and see us and we'll show you and prove you wrong. They believe this fully. And maybe I am wrong. Maybe they're the right ones. You'll be intrigued by the interior layout of the domes, ... Other activities at the dome. We've got thimbleberry picking, singing, volleyball, in brackets, the best in the country, concerts, barbecues, parties, survival training, bicycle lessons, camping, storytelling, rocking out, hiking, and sailing. Where are they going sailing? There's no water. I don't even think thimbleberries grow there. Like, I'm telling you, they're like 3 feet off the side of the highway. Anyways, very strange place. Like I said, I have never seen anyone entering this place or leaving this place. It almost looks like there's a bunch of abandoned cars where if we're gonna go like horror movie mindset, okay, just give me like, just for 1 second, okay, humor me. What if people arrived and never left? What if they're all stuck inside of these domes and we're just laughing and having a great time, but there's people in there that arrived and never left? Just a theory. This is all just a theory. Anyways, let me know what you guys think about this dome encampment that was literally right down the road from our house. I told Ty one time, I was like, I kind of want to go there. And he said, Jess, never do that. And I'm kind of glad that I didn't, because maybe I wouldn't be here to tell the tale. That's the story of the dome cults. To do some water testing because I think there's something seriously wrong with our water. There is something kind of funny about this because there was a time on my channel where I was going ghost hunting and I was exploring abandoned buildings and I was doing all kinds of crazy challenges and telling crazy story times and doing creepy nostalgia, and now I'm here just on my channel testing the water. But you guys are here, so that means you don't mind, and you know what? I love you for that dearly. But let me tell you what's been going on before we test it, because I'm gonna test it on camera so we can see what's going on. We moved into this new house. I love it, but something's wrong with our shower, okay? Maybe this is TMI to share. We get in the shower and the shower water feels chalky. Like the water doesn't run over our skin normally. It almost leaves a film on our skin. It's weird. And both Ty and I have been itchy and red and uncomfortable. So I got us a hard water kit. Apparently, if you run it under the water, if it's green, that's a good thing. It means we have soft water. If it turns reddish, orange, brown, that's a bad sign. That means we gotta get a plumber in or a water tester in, or we gotta fix it. So we're gonna start with the kitchen. Kitchen's not too bad. It's kind of mid-range, but it should be green for ultimate comfort. It's not like we're drinking out of the sink, but I think like our fridge water that we drink out comes out of the same place. How does things work? I don't know. I know it's filtered. What I really want to check is the shower. So let's go. Okay, so they're both not green, approaching orange red, which is bad. So we're gonna go figure this out. But for now, I'm gonna leave you guys. I'll see you in a couple days. I love you so much. Have an awesome rest of your day. I hope your water doesn't look like this. Anyways, bye guys.